V2 missiles weren't the only superweapon Hitler had pointing at Britain. In great secrecy, 300 metres below ground in this chalk cliff quarry, just along the coast from his V2 complex, Allied spies had reported that his scientists were putting the finishing touches to another, more fearsome threat.
That's enormous, cavernous.
But they did not yet know what it was.
In fact, you can still see the traces of the train.
The answer lies deep down in these tunnels where few people have been since the war. With me is French historian Valérie Noël.
So this is just one tunnel in a whole complex that goes another 100 metres beneath us?
Yes.
What sort of area does the site cover?
Over 2.5 kilometers.
In July 1944, 17 Dambuster Lancasters took off from eastern England with orders to bomb Hitler's new mystery weapon, each with a tall boy on board. As usual, Leonard Cheshire was crucial to the operation. To take out the complex, the Dambusters had to be more precise than ever. So his markers had to be more accurate than usual. They were aiming at concrete slabs with 5 exit holes, part of Hitler's secret weapon. This is one of them. 3 tall boys missed, but a 4th clipped a corner of one of the slabs and drilled right through it. 1,000 feet below, German engineers were putting the finishing touches to what they believed was an indestructible weapon. When the tall boy eventually went off, it caused the tunnels to collapse, burying anyone in them alive. Those above who survived never went back.
Nobody's been down there since the day it was bombed.
Nobody's been down there since the 6th July 44.
It was to be months before the Allies discovered what Hitler's mystery weapon really was, when they ventured further down into the lower tunnels. Hitler's scientists had been making a supergun, built on 3 levels, consisting of 25 420-foot-long tubes fitted with explosive boosters to increase the speed of the projectile. It was capable of firing supersonic shells into the heart of London at the rate of almost 600 an hour.
The idea was to put the shell into the bridge block. It would be sent into the main tubes, and each time the shell would pass at the level of the additional charges, and the charges would accelerate the speed of the shell to obtain a final speed of 1,500 meters per second. That means that the shell was leaving here, and in less than 2 minutes it would be onto London.
Had 617 not destroyed Hitler's supergun before it became operational, the outcome of the war might have been very different. The supergun raid was also the end of the road for the squadron's commanding officer. The day after it, Wing Commander Cheshire was stood down from operations. He'd completed 100 bombing missions. The norm was 30. He was subsequently given a Victoria Cross, the country's highest award for valour, for an extended period of sustained courage and outstanding effort.